All right, so everything is so damn expensive, and many people are coming out and giving their side of the story as to just how it's affecting them. And yeah, I kind of want to show you guys because I have a couple of thoughts on some of these purchases that some of these folks are making, but we'll get to that point when we cross that bridge. So let's go ahead and start off with this person here.
I know I'm not the first one to say this, but how the did things get so expensive? I went to Starbucks the other day with my daughter. I got a tall latte, a small. She got an orange juice. She wanted an orange juice. I said, no problem. I get both. The guy says, cool, meet you at the window. It's going to be $13. Driving up, I'm like, $13 for a small latte and orange juice? There's no way. So I tell the guy, I think you made a mistake. $13. I just got a small. She got an orange juice. Like, I think there's a mistake. He's like, nope, it's $13. Orange juice and tall latte. Do you want the receipt? I was like, pardon? The orange juice was $6.50. He asked me if I still want the orange juice. I was like, do you want me to get in a fight with my child? I just told her she could have one. We ordered one. She heard it all. She heard the exchange. It's happening. But did I know it was going to be $6.50? No. How the fuck did we get here?
I understand that you have your coffee made fresh when you go to a Starbucks, but is it really worth it? $7? Like, you're literally paying $7 a day. 5 times 7, that's 35. You're literally spending $35 on coffee when you could be spending money on a box of coffee over at your local Target or whatever. You take it home and you got coffee for the next couple days. And it was only $18 for the box. And then orange juice, you can get a gallon for that price over at your local supermarket. I don't even purchase water bottles at my local coffee shop or liquor store. Each bottle is about like $2.75. That's way too much. I can just buy one pack for like $8 or $12 and I got water, unlimited water there. Okay, not unlimited, but I got water. All right, and then we have this guy. This guy's always screaming, so brace yourselves.
Why is everything so damn expensive? 4 years ago, my rent was $1,200 a month at a luxury apartment complex. It is now $2,100, not even including utilities. I went to the grocery store yesterday, right, and got 3 bags of chips, some ground turkey, and some vegetables, and it was $67! What? My car insurance from 4 years ago
Yeah, hey, listen, that meat, it really racks up the price. Steak, when I purchase steak, like I think like 2 or 3 pounds of it, I think it's like probably even more than $60 now, like on its own. Good quality chicken is still around like $20 to like $30. Meat has gone up significantly since 2020.
My car insurance from 4 years ago until now, with no tickets, no wrecks, no nothing on my driver's record, has gone from $130 to $240 per month. 3 years ago, my electric bill was averaging $45. Now it's averaging $125.
He's not lying about that one. He's not lying. That electric bill has shot up dramatically over the past couple of years.
You go and get a tank of gas once a week, and you're dropping $70.
And that's only for half the tank, by the way. Oh, actually, it depends on your location. I know that in some metropolises, if you purchase gas from these areas, that gas bill, only half the tank, especially if you drive an SUV, just half the tank, $70 right there. I can only imagine that an empty tank is probably going to run you by about 120 in a metropolitan area.
I mean, a guy can't even buy a can of dip for less than $8. $8 for a can of dip? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he's not lying, man. Prices are absolutely ridiculous now.
Food and grocery prices being a problem in America. So with all this talk about food stamps in America, we forgot one big thing. The fact that food prices are still double since Joe Biden took office before Donald Trump became president. Yes, some of you with short memories out there need a refresher on how this is working. So when Joe Biden took office approximately 5 years ago, food prices started going up, up and up. Food prices mostly doubled under Joe Biden, and they've never come down. So now Donald Trump is president and people are starting to lose their food stamps, even though the price of food is double from what it was 4 or 5 years ago. And prices never came down, and they're not coming down. Food companies raised the price of food to more than double, and then they also took more food out under shrinkflation. And everybody in America is worried about losing food stamps, or people that are getting $3,000 a month for food stamps. Well, you wouldn't need to rely on food stamps if the price of food was half the way it used to be before Joe Biden was president.
That's one thing that I want to look at. Let me check. So we're going to do a little bit of exploration because I just really want to ask this question. Why are food prices going up so much in America? Okay. According to the AI, food prices are increasing in America due to a combination of inflation, supply chain disruptions, and higher production costs, which are all influenced by factors like climate change, the war in Ukraine, and labor shortages. These issues raise prices for everything from raw materials to transportation, processing, and retail. New tariffs on imported goods are also adding to the cost of certain items. Okay, so tariffs are implemented, and that's kind of expected. But as I've just recently watched, Trump has lowered tariffs on China after meeting with Xi Jinping. So this is kind of a good sign because, as you guys know, farmers are suffering. Like, these guys are literally being economically and financially tortured. I don't even think executioners would want to adopt these torture methods because of just how brutal they are. And then, of course, labor shortages. This is absolutely no surprise because, as you guys know, they're going after immigrants. Immigrants are not showing up to perform their duties because everybody wants these immigrants out. But this is the cost of wanting to kick out immigrants. When you don't want immigrants in the country, then no one's there to fulfill the jobs. So this is the question I asked: are crops rotting in the fields? And the AI responded with, reports of crops rotting in the fields are increasingly common globally and are caused by a combination of issues, most notably labor shortages, extreme weather, crop diseases, and a supply chain disruption. So obviously supply chain disruption is China and tariffs, all of that, including the Ukrainian war with Russia. The crop disease, I don't know too much about this. Global warming is definitely a huge trigger for why there's a tremendous amount of rotting vegetables in the fields. Labor shortages, this one is like the highlight of this entire response, which is most notably labor shortages. And again, it's because these guys are not there to pick up the crops because there is an incredibly strict immigration policy currently going on right now, or not policy, but an executive order to go after them. So that's why these prices are increasing dramatically.
Listen, I am grateful. I am so grateful to have a job. I am so grateful to be able to put food on the table for my kids. I am so grateful to be able to have a roof over our heads. But holy moly, why has it gotten so hard? Like, why is everything so expensive? Why do we have to work 2 and 3 jobs? I'm a single income household. I have a good job. I try to do well on this app. I try to make extra money where I can. Why is it this way? I go to Aldi to save money, and even that has, like, I always get the same thing every 2 weeks. And a month and a half ago, I could get what I got. It was $170. When I went last week, it was $260. So you're telling me groceries went up that much?
Look, I understand that people have blessings, and you should count your blessings to remind yourself that, listen, man, even though there's a tremendous amount of negativity occurring in your life, there are good things coming out from this. But at the same time, I don't think that just counting your blessings and completely putting the negativity aside is going to help. We have to understand too that, you know, there are issues that need to be rectified, and this is one of those issues, you know, and we have to find what we can do to improve our lives, right? Because remember, we vote our politicians. I know people like to say that politicians lie, but remember, we're the people. We have the power in this country. People like to say, well, the elites are the ones who are in power. Okay, but who's the one with the vote? It's us. We're the ones who can decide to vote. Which is why it's absolutely crucial that we understand why are things like this happening. And that's why I kind of wanted to do this with you guys, to understand a little bit of what's going on, or what are the potential issues that are going on. You know, inflation, supply chain disruptions, high production costs, all labor shortages, all of this stuff, you know. And it correlates with everything that's going on right now. You know, Ukrainian war, the tariffs with China, tariffs on Mexico, tariffs on Canada, labor shortages, going after almost every immigrant, regardless if they're documented or not. If we don't rectify them in proper form, then we're going to end up shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, so yeah, I just kind of wanted to just show you guys this. I thought it was pretty interesting. You guys let me know how you guys are faring, because a lot of this stuff is pretty crazy, man. Yeah.